raise your hand if you've ever followed a YouTuber, streamer, just any content creator, an artist, whatever, cosplayer, all those things, because you thought you might have a chance. Welcome, friends. Last Scarf here, and it's time for the vlog. It's gonna be an interesting vlog. So, the later part of this video is gonna be me in my interview clothing, so you can see what that looks like, and me practicing Hamlet. So I performed Hamlet, and oh my god, I was so nervous. Heart attack! Like, after it was all over, just like, thump, 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 thump. It's weird. Been doing this for almost 4 years, but in front of just dozens of people. Just like, I'm dying here. I just saying the lines, saying these Shakespearean lines that don't make any sense anymore in this time period. Saying these lines, making movements of my body, doing actions, doing all these things, talking at people. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's so interesting to do this for so long. I've streamed in front of hundreds of people, and there's pressure there, but it was only maybe like 24, 30 something people because of the final, and I was just dying. I was dying on stage. It was just ridiculous. I did everything. I made a couple fumbles in the lines, but I got it through and just, it was a thing. It was a thing. It's doing things that give you some stress, some pressure, I think isn't a bad thing at all. It helps you grow. Very interesting doing that. I'd like to do it again. It's just another level of performing, and the more levels of performing we do, well, I do, the better it will be for the channel, I feel. And it makes you think of things I could do for the channel. Now, something I gotta remember is, apparently one of the best improv schools in the country is in San Diego, and it's a little pricey, so after I get a job, I'll go for it. But they do courses, nightly courses, not nightly, but like weekly courses that are at night for improv. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. And they're like 6 weeks, and then they'll do another section and so on. And the way it works, they have beginner, middle, and advanced. So beginner, some like maybe advanced, and then what, expert or whatever. And you can keep doing whatever one as many times until you're comfortable enough to go to the next level. So I would love to do improv and just practice improv. Just practice improv. Get better, and then move up to the next level, and then get better, and move up to the next level. I would love to do that. If I can get the time and the money to do that, I will do that. That would be awesome. Improv classes? Hell yeah! Because improv is kind of important, I feel, to doing stuff like this. Because just able to just think of a joke or an angle of something that I can make while playing would be huge. Because sometimes it's just me like, oh man, that was kind of cool. Oh shoot, we're shooting at these things, or this or that. There's times when I'm just commenting on the thing, but there's not, like, it's just we're playing along, it's kind of fun, that's a thing as well, but if I could make a joke here, if I could make something land here, it'd make it even better, make it awesome, and sometimes I just don't have a joke, which is unfortunate, and just, it's the idea of, I want to be perfect, I guess. I want to pack in a joke here, pack in a joke there. You want some tasty bite in every bite of whatever, that's what I'm saying here, like, it's like, let's say a pizza, it's like a pizza, there's a couple of pepperonis on the pizza. I want every bite to be a pepperoni. That's what the plan is. And I'm not there yet. That's a weird analogy to make. As far as channel stuff goes, there's only one more class. One more final coming up on Tuesday with theater, and that's it for all classes. Maybe all classes forever. I might do one more in the fall, I'm not sure yet, depending if I get the job or not. So interviewed for the job, I think I answered everything competently. I don't know if I wowed them at all, I just answered everything very well. I gave all my credentials. I'm like, I'm pretty close to being just a really good candidate for this job. Like, well, not really good, but the perfect candidate. I'm almost a perfect candidate. I have all these qualifications, I have all these things, 5 degrees, 5 certificates, all this experience, all this knowledge. I'd be pretty good here. That's, put it all out there for them. It's up to them whether or not I was good enough for it. We'll find out in 6 weeks, for crap's sakes. And we'll see how it affects the channel if I do get the job. One thing's for sure is, with class done until, like, September, so I'm free at least for 6 weeks, maybe longer if I don't get the job. I hope I get the job, though. And so being that free means we can do, like, more streams and such, and I can take more time on myself as well, because things were just really stressful at school as well, so I'm gonna go back and hit the gym again, because with the beard gone, and you can't have a beard in this job because you have to wear a gas mask, you need to have no facial hair so that you can have a seal on your face so you don't die. So, I'm gonna go back to the gym and lose this double chin a little bit, because I'm really self-conscious about it. Nothing against my thick brothers and sisters, but it just makes me self-conscious. It really does. It really makes me self-conscious. So I'd like to lose some weight and just gain muscle back because it's been a while. So, like, I have not worked out in like a month, and so I'm sure I'm atrophied a little bit. And atrophy's never fun. So I want to get that back as well. Things of the channel. Nier is ending next week, and then it'll be replaced with another Platinum game. You can easily guess which one that is. Stay Safe DBRK is only about 10 or 11 episodes. We just finished recording that on stream. Zelda's already done by now. I gotta get back on the horse on the Zelda highlights. I just haven't done them, been busy with so many things. Still more forts coming up. Some people really like forts. There'll be more videos for forts. The tournament's today, so gotta do that. That should be interesting. There will be hot streams at some point, more like in the afternoon. Some Overwatch as well. Just some more little occasional streams. Now the thing is, streaming will never be our number one thing. It'll always be YouTube. But streaming is a thing that we can do here and there and everywhere. The thing is because we have not been as big as we used to a long time ago. Of course, with Smite, we were hitting like tons of numbers. The way the affiliate program works is you have to have at least 3 people. And it does sound pathetic at this point for us to be so high up, and then now we're at this low point where we need at least 3 people per stream. If we don't, then the affiliate program looks at you like, what the hell? They want you to grow, and they'll see you as nothing if you don't have at least 3 people at all times. And so I think what I'm going to have to do is, if I do random streams, I'll have to check with the Discord to see if we have enough people to show up. And 3 is not even a big number, but we have to just check on that, just to be sure. Because if we don't have enough, well, then we're screwed on that, I guess. I don't want that. Don't want that at all. Like, we're not at 0, but we are at a lower point than we were when we were in Smite for obvious reasons. But I think we're resurging now. We're starting to grow back up. We're at the point where we're making positive subs again, and so we just got to grow from there. And we're not tied down to one game now, so that's very important. So this is at this point of reliance on variety and our skills as advertising, our skills at performing and editing and all that stuff. So taking a new direction again. Well, we've been taking a new direction for about a year now, and we're seeing how it's going. And it's finally starting to grow up a little bit. Same thing happened with Smite, though, when we started first up. Like, the first year, we were very little, and then we climbed up. So we're at that stage again, and we'll see how this course goes. We're being more variety, we're doing LPs, we're doing collaboratives, we're doing a lot of things. It's very different, and we'll see how hopefully it goes very well. It's just a different path we're taking this time. We're taking a very different path, and we'll just see what happens. I really enjoy this channel a lot. It's very, very fun, really like it. I like hanging out with the viewers as well. It's very great with that. If you have not been in Discord, you can join it. The Discord is meant to be a safe place for people to just be comfortable and talk and have fun. Maybe there's a little light teasing, but no one should really be trolling each other or anything like that. I've got rid of any bad element. It's important for you to cultivate your community to be one that of whatever community you want. And mine is I want one of acceptance. And sometimes trolls have come in and I got rid of them. It's important to just have, at least for my community, everyone to accept each other and have fun with each other. That's what's important to me. So if you want to have fun with just random people, our Discord's open. You'll see it in the description down below. And check that out. So, a quick topic, because the Hamlet comes up right after. Just a real quick topic. What I want to talk about is, I think it's take a minute before you write something. I think is the best advice I can probably give when it comes to anyone randomly on the internet. Because I feel like we're all a little too quick to react. A little too fast to anger, a little too fast. Well, mostly just to anger. We're really good at outrage these days. I think we just get really, really, really quick at flipping out and at making snide comments and making snarky comments and just being really mean towards each other. And I'm thinking, maybe take a second before you make those comments. Just take a minute before, and I'm not accusing anyone in this community of being a jerk in any way like that, but just in general, maybe take a second before you make a comment, I think. And just thinking about it, think it over before you actually type it, if you really want to make that comment or not. Because it's just way too easy to be mean. And it's just too easy to be mean. I'd rather we not be as mean as we are. So, if you ever notice, so we have Force content, right? And one of the people that I collab with is Fraz. I look at his comments. They're vicious towards me. They're very mad at me. One guy wanted to kill me. Like, repeatedly, he says he wants to punch me in the face or kill me. I'm like, I got called a cuck, by the way. That was surprising. That was surprising as hell. I don't know what happened, but I'm at the point where salty comments don't bother me anymore. They used to, and I'm at the point where, like, no, what the hell, no, this doesn't bother me anymore. It's sad. It's really sad when I see these comments, but they don't bother anymore. But I also think on the long run, like, just, it's unfortunate these comments exist in the first place. But I just, it's unfortunate, and I try to just be a little funny with it. I'll just say like little funny comments here and there, but I'm like, I'm basically taking the one punch approach, but I'm just saying it to people where I was like, wow, someone has a little too much time on their hands, because someone wrote an entire paragraph on how they'd like to kill me. I'm like, you should hug your parents more. I think that would help you a lot, because holy crap, that's a lot of rage you got there. And it's just, holy crap, I don't understand how people can be so quick to anger and write paragraphs about how they want to murder a human being. It is a little crazy. It's a little crazy to me. I'm like, maybe take some time. Like, do I really need to threaten someone's life right now? Do I really need to tell someone to drink bleach right now? Do I really need to say I want to kill myself right now? Do I really want to say something's cancer, something's AIDS, something's just a Down syndrome? The question is, can I just always equate it to some stupid teenager or kid? Because sometimes even adults can be stupid teenagers or kids in mindset. That's a thing that can happen. Because even young kids can be pretty mature in how they think about things, and old people can be pretty stupid in how they think about things. Because I think back to when I was a teenager. I said retarded a lot. I probably still say it a little bit now, but I understand what it actually means now. I've never said Down syndrome. I never told anyone to kill themselves. Never told anyone to drink bleach. Never said I should just kill myself as a joke. I was from the era of saying, well, that's gay. Well, this is gay. Well, that's gay. Well, that's pretty gay. That's gay. That's gay. Yep, that's gay. I'm from that era. I think they still say it now, too, but at some point it's like, well, actually, no, that's not it. That's not really a good insult, because I have gay friends now. I'm like, wait. Yeah, that's not actually the right thing to say. I was an asshole when I was younger, yeah. That's usually what happens to a lot of us. We were just assholes when we were younger. And maybe you're an asshole now because you're young. I don't know. I'm insulting my audience now, yeah. But, I don't know. Like, we grow, and sometimes we don't grow either. And I think that's kind of the center of some of the topics, is just basically like just thinking about things or improving, because we've all been there, or I've been there. I've been a jerk as a teenager. I've been a lot of things in my younger years. And I know a lot of people go through that too, and I've heard plenty of people at my age just like, yeah, I was a dick back then, and they're not proud of it, and this and that, and things like that. And yeah, I'm just shedding light on that. But as a teenager, hearing it from an older person saying that, does that actually do anything, or does it not do anything at all? I don't know. I know I had people I looked up to that when they gave me advice, I listened to it, and other people, they gave me advice, I didn't listen to any of it. So, am I someone that gets listened to, or someone that's just white noise? I don't know. Well, if you're watching this, I'm gonna believe I'm not white noise at least. But, yeah. Just, I think maybe we should take a little bit more time before we actually write a comment. Especially when we're in rage. Like, when you're angry, it's just so easy to make a mean comment. It really is. And I just wonder, at this point, are we at the point where we're just so trained at outrage that people just do outraged comments without even actually feeling outraged? That's something I'm actually wondering as a thought experiment. Not a thought experiment, but as a thought, because that's not an experiment. You'd have to do it to someone to find out. But as a thought, are we at a point where we can feel something without actually feeling it? We just react to it in a way because we're so trained towards it. And I feel like outrage culture is very trained at being outraged. It really feels like it. Yeah, so there you go. That right there is the topic for the vlog. Up next is interview Scarf doing Hamlet for fun, and see what you think. Now, this is imperfect. There's some mistakes in there, but I thought it'd be interesting to show me practicing Hamlet. So there you go. That right there is me saying this part for the vlog. Thanks for coming by, everybody. If you don't watch the Hamlet part, I had fun talking about it, watching and listening, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. Ooh, am I doing welcome, friends? Why not? Welcome, friends. This is interview Scarf right here. Yeah. Interview Scarf, shaved, all that stuff. So the job uses gas masks, so you can't have any facial hair, which sucks because facial hair is good for the double chin. Scarf's been having too many creme brulees lately. I wish, actually. I just haven't been hitting the gym lately because I've just been focused on other things. I need to go back to the gym. Really, really want to. Funny thing about digressing here. Funny thing about cameras is there are different kinds of camera lenses and everything that gives you different exposure in a way. Like, there was a guy who was like, let's say he looks like Lance Armstrong. He's not him, but he's got that build. He's got that wiry build. And so he got these cameras, and he just showed the different lenses or whatever, the different focuses. And he went from just a skinny guy to a really fat, thick-looking dude. And it's because of the way the cameras just capture images. It's very interesting, very fascinating. I don't remember where the GIF is, because that was pretty cool to see. But I digressed, of course. So what we're doing here is, I thought, show what interview scarf looks like, but also, that went out of focus when I did that, but also just show my progress on Hamlet. So Hamlet he's hard to memorize. And I just want to show my favorite act and scene, which is the forced soliloquy. And the context of that is, well, if you didn't know, to be or not to be, the context of that is Hamlet's talking about suicide. That's kind of obvious when you think about it. Talking about suicide, he's talking about why don't people kill themselves in such a cruel world. And his reasoning is because they're worried about what comes next. That's what that one's about. This soliloquy, My Thoughts Be Bloody, is a call to action. It's probably why I like it so much, where he's about to see 20,000 men are going to go fight to their death right now over something not really worth it. And he's like, well, I have the ability to get my revenge. Why don't I just go do it already? Because he's been so indecisive this whole time. So he's like, he's finally decided he's going to go do his revenge. So I got the script here if I screw up, but the idea is to do this all by heart. And the way it is, you memorize it, and then after you memorize it, you personalize it, and after you personalize it, you act it all out. So you're doing all these actions and everything because you know it so well. And I'm still memorizing it, and it's performing tomorrow. But let's show this. Let's see how well I can do this without looking at the script. And then if I have to, I will look at the script. Just an example of Scarf trying to perform Shakespeare. Shakespearean play. I already forgot the first line. No, I didn't. But anyway, here we go. How all occasions do inform against me, to spur my dull revenge. What is a man, if his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast, no more. Sure he hath made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, did not... forgot the seventh line. Before and after, gave us not capability and godlike reason for us to fuss in us unused. Forgot the next line. There. Whether it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple to think too precisely on the event. A thought that when courted be 1 part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward, I do not know. Why yet I live to say this thing's to do, sith I have cause and will and strength and means to do it. Okay. Examples gross on earth exhort me. Witness this army. No. Yeah, it is something. Dang it. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit and divine ambition puffed, makes mouths at the invisible event, exposing all to... exposing what? Examples gross as earth exhort me. Okay, I got that part a little wrong. Delicate 10%. Oh, here we go. Makes exposing. Okay, exposing what is mortal and unsure. Damn it. To all that fortune, death. Okay, to all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Line. Rightly to be great. Rightly to be great is not to stir. Okay. Rightly to be great is not to stir without great argument, but to find quarrel within a straw. When honor's at the stake, how stand I, to have a father killed, a mother slain, excitements of my reason and my blood, to let all sleep? And to my shame, I see the imminent deaths of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to their graves like beds. Fight for a plot, whereupon the numbers cannot try the cause, that which is not tomb enough and continent to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth, my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth. And so, I'm fumbling like at 6 parts? If I just memorize those parts correctly, then I'll be done. I'll be good for what I need to do for the final. The idea behind the play is what I'm doing is doing Shakespeare in the Park. But the way the funnel is you have to design a play yourself. You can design an existing play if you want. And I'm like, fudge it, Hamlet. I like Hamlet. Hamlet is insane. Hamlet is me in a lot of ways, so I will do Hamlet. He is my guy because he's ridiculous, and so am I. And the Four Syllable is my favorite. And I thought, if I had to do a play myself, how would I do it? I'm like, Shakespeare in the Park. It's the cheapest way to do it. You design costumes, you get the players, and you're in the park. You have to worry about lighting. You have to worry. You just got space. You want to at least give some scenery in some way. But if there's a stage at the park, that's great. And this is how you could start from the ground up. You get this play, and my idea was you get the play with a dedicated male and female to work off you, and you work on volunteers because there's plenty of amateur actors out there that want to do all these different parts and plays. Maybe even teenagers who just are from acting class want to do it. So it's volunteer play. But you have some dedicated people who can fill the parts if needed, and there's improv in there. If anyone messes up, you go from there, and that's what it is. And I have to write like 7 pages on that, and so, well, not really. It's 5 to 6 pages, 2 to 3 pages of evidence, and then 2 to 3 pages of my idea, and then doing a scene to prove that I have the chops for it. If I had to do this entire thing, it would take quite a while to get at it. But if I really wanted to do it, I would do it. Obviously, I'd want to get paid to do that because holy crap, this ain't. If I was younger, it'd be a passion project I'd do, but I ain't young enough for that. The channel is the passion project. Passion project that we will someday make a thing, right? So there you go. So one more time, and then that'll be it for just showing me doing Hamlet. And hopefully I can do it a little bit better this time. So here we go. First letter. Oh, I was going to say oh, but it's how all occasions do inform against me, to spur my dull revenge. What is a man? Apparently I'm going to sit down here. What is a man? If his chief good in market be but to sleep and... but if his... damn it, I screwed up. If his chief good in market of his time be but to sleep and feed, a beast, no more. Sure he who hath made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason for us to fuss unused. Now whether it be bestial oblivion or some craven scruple to think too precisely on the event, a thought that courted 1 part wisdom and ever 3 parts coward, I do not know why I yet live to say this thing's to do, sith I have cause and will and strength and means to do it. Examples gross on earth exhort me. Witness this army of such mass and charge, led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit and divine ambition puffed, make mouths at the invisible event. Exposing to mortal and unused, exposing what is mortal and unused. To all that fortune, death. Okay. To all that fortune, death, and danger dare, even for an eggshell. Mistake number 5. Rightly to be great. Rightly to be great is to not stir without great argument. Damn it! It is without great. I got it right. Damn it! Oh no! Rightly to be great. Okay. Rightly great is to not stir without great argument, but to find quarrel within a straw. When honor's at the stake, how stand I then, to have a father killed, a mother slain, excitements for my reason and my blood, and let all sleep. To my shame, I see the imminent deaths of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame go to their graves like beds. Fight for a plot that cannot try no. That whereupon the numbers cannot that whereupon the numbers cannot try the cause that is not tomb enough and continent to hide the slain. Oh, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth. I'll probably shout that last part. So, what was it 7, 8 mistakes? I'm getting there, but I'm not fully there. But I got one more day, so we're just showing you that. I don't know if it's gonna be at the end or at the start. In case it's at the end. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.